Good evening and welcome to the Barnesville Sports Arena. Tonight in our first round playoff game, an 8AA, with the Hawley Nuggets coming into town to play the Barnesville Trojans. Barnesville comes in with the number 7 seed in the section 8AA, 12-13 overall record, while Hawley comes in at 6-20 overall and took the number 10 seed. These two teams played twice this year. First game was January 29th. Close battle to start. Most of the game in the end got a little bit away. Barnesville took the score 69-53. They played about 2 weeks ago and in Hawley in the rematch, and it was a close battle all the way with the final score Barnesville 66, Hawley 63. Lots of games going on tonight in Section 8AA boys playoffs. The number 1 seed went to East Grand Forks, who took over a 21-5 overall record. Wasekas grabbed the number 2 seed. They're sitting at 16-10 overall. Staples Motley grabbed 3 seed. They're 17-8. Perham took the 4 seed at 14-12. DGF got the 5th seed at 14-12, and Thief River got the 6th seed at 14-12. Barnesville jumps in at the 7 seed with 12-13 record. War Road went 8, 14-12. Park Rapids 9, 10-16, and Hawley got the 10 at 6-20. Right now, an action going on currently. Perham leads Crookston 63-42. Park Rapids leads War Road 53-48, and Thief River Falls leads Roseau 47-38 as well. Both teams finishing their warm-up in the 20-minute allotment allowed by the State High School League. We'll get started here in a few minutes with some introductions and the national anthem. We got the officials shaking the coaches' hands here. The officials tonight are from the Otter Tail Officials Association. Your referee will be Daryl Olson. He'll be flanked by Ivan Hurst and Eric Guler, a veteran crew here tonight to do this rivalry matchup between the Barnesville Trojans and the Hawley Nuggets. Hawley be wearing their road whites. And their starting lineup looks like number 2, Brody Hadley. He's a guard standing 6'1", junior. Senior number 3, Coleman Hoff. He's a guard, 6'2". Junior 6-foot guard, number 5, Elliott Lee. Senior 6'2" guard, Jackson Skank. And junior 6-foot forward, Tucker Anderson. They will be coached this year in his 12th season by Coach Nathan Stoa, assisted by Travis Haugen and Miguel Garcia III, as well as Elijah Morris and Aaron Haugen. Coach Stoa was nice enough to mark off my sheet, and he has a lot of crossed off players on here. They have quite a few injuries with the injury bug, which is part of the season, but a lot of it happened during football. He said they're still dealing with a lot of those injuries as well, so they'll be down a few players. Grant Quiggle and Cody Mostu are reading the student and fan code of conduct. Something the HOL schools have decided to do the last few years, which is a really nice gesture. And now for our anthem. A beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Emerson Beaver, a former student. He's come back to sing the song a few times for us. Back to the starting lineups as they introduce Hawley boys, the starters for Barnesville. Senior 6'4" forward Logan Ellert. Senior 6-foot guard Adam Brandon. Senior 6-foot guard Grant Quiggle. Senior 6'1" guard Brody Faulkner. And senior 6-foot guard Cody Masju. They will be without the services of sophomore Jacob Strand, who was hurt in a nasty basketball accident earlier this year, about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and he will not be able to be playing in the playoffs, so that'll hurt them a little bit, but they've had a handful of games to play without him and kind of got their rotation figured out. Shortened it up some, but they do have their rotation figured out, and they've been playing pretty decently with that, so they'll have to go with it, because just like Hawley, when your guys are out. You got to go with what you have. Keys to the game, Coach Stoa, we need to value the basketball. We need to rebound. We need to communicate. And Coach Travis Haugen, the JV coach, said, if we hold them to 0 points, we will win. So he's got some great wisdom there. Coach Askegaard said pretty much the same thing. We need to value the basketball, knock down shots, stay in control, and not commit silly fouls so that we're getting in foul trouble. Coaches for Barnesville, head coach Matt Askegaard, assistant coach Adam Tonsfeld, and Justin Haugen. Both teams are getting ready for the tip. Got the introductory tuck your jersey in moments, which we have to have. Looks like Jackson Skank against Logan Ellert will be our tip. Daryl Olson will be tossing the ball. And as soon as we get our jerseys ready, we're ready to go. Toss is up. Barnesville gets the tip without a jump from Skank. Goes back to Faulkner. Faulkner to the right side over to Brandon. Hawley sitting in a 2-3 zone. They come out in 2-3 zone to start. And a quick steal by Elliott Lee, who goes in left-handed for layup. Got tipped and blocked, and it was tipped and put in by Coleman Hoff. 2-0 Hawley lead. Faulkner drives in, kicks it out. Pass around the perimeter. It's out to Quiggle up top. Over to Brandon. Brandon drives through the baseline, and he gets the layup to go. Adam Brandon with a nice basket to tie the game at 2. There was a gap in an alley, and he found it, got to the hoop. The ball comes up the court over the right to Elliott Lee. Down to Skank. Skank's forced. He gets a nice job of throwing it off of Adam Brandon out of bounds. Hawley retains possession. 23 seconds, plenty of time left on the shot clock. Lee kicks it out, long shot, missed, rebound out to Tucker Anderson. Anderson back to Lee. Lee shoots it left-handed. His left-handed shot off the mark. Brody Faulkner with the rebound. Brody Hadley was off the mark with that three-point shot. Sorry about that, didn't get the name right away. Hawley sitting in their 2-3 zone. Over to Quiggle, top to Ellert. Ellert back to Quiggle, over to the left to Brandon, over to Faulkner in the left corner. Ball's off the mark, short rebound. Jackson Skank up the court. Back to Hadley. Hadley off the mark. Skank with another impressive rebound and basket. 4-2 Hawley lead. They are crashing the boards hard. getting some extra looks with tips and getting some offensive rebounds. Ellert drives in. Tucker Anderson straight up, no foul call. Back the other end comes Hawley. Elliott Lee back to Coleman Hoff. Over to Brody Hadley. And a drain shot. Coleman Hoff with a three-point shot. 7-2 lead. Faulkner drives on the lane. Kicks it back out to Mosju. Mosju to Quiggle. Quiggle drives through. A little contact. No call. They were straight up. We have a rebound by Hoff. Hoff up to Lee. Quickly coming up. He just hit one. He's going to put up another and off the mark. He was feeling it. Ball saved by Hadley, but right to Quiggle. Quiggle races up the court, gets it to Mosju. Mosju lines up a three-point shot, and he drains it. 7-5. Great find and assist. Hawley back up the court. Lee on the right side. Down low to Skank. Skank with a nice move. And basket. Great move by Skank. His fourth point. 9-5. Hawley lead. Mosju gets it over the right side. Faulkner gets to the elbow. Brandon the left. He penetrates the gap. He gets a nice move again. Just off the mark. Mosju comes to get the rebound, runs over Skank. Nice job of helping him up. Got a foul call on Cody Mosju, his first. Team's first. Just a little bit of hustle. Got a little out of hand there. Good crowd here tonight with this rivalry game. Student section for Barnesville's full. Student section for Hawley's pretty full. Nice crowd here on a Thursday night. Faulkner tips and steals it away as Hudson Midtune checks into the game. Quiggle gets the ball. He drives left baseline. Kicks it back up to Adam Brandon. Sitting in the 2-3. They switch off onto Quiggle. They know he's a shooter, so they get out on him. Faulkner penetrates, takes a 5-foot jumper, shoots at 4, so that didn't help. Just a little short. Quiggle tried to throw it back in, but he was standing out of bounds. Hawley basketball. 9-5 Nuggets lead, 14-10 remaining here in the first half. Referees are doing a nice job of consistently calling, not calling stuff. They're having a nice job. There's not much there, and they're not going to call the little stuff as of now. Hopefully that stays that way. Let them play. Inside, Lee gets it, kicks it out to, that was Hoff again, my bad. Here's Tucker Anderson. Fight for a rebound. Great hustle by those two guys, Midtune and Faulkner. Faulkner ended up getting it over to Brandon. Nice move behind, and he gets another layup. 9-7 Nuggets lead. Nice step through on that by Adam Brandon. Nuggets Barnesville's in a man-to-man defense, I should say. Nice back cut, Midtune. Blocked by Faulkner, out of bounds. Hawley retains possession with 22 on the shot clock. Caden Nozzle checks in for Cody Mosju. Nozzle's into the game. Senior standing 5'10". Ball is thrown inbounds. Goes up to Skank. Jackson Skank over to Midtune. Midtune over to Hoff. Hoff over to Lee. They're moving the ball nicely. 11 on the shot clock. Midtune's got it on the left baseline. Back to Lee's left-handed. He does a nice move right inside of the middle of Skank. Kicks it out. And we got a shot clock violation. Shot clock violation on Hawley. Great defense from the Trojans. Number 0, Gavin Groton just checked into the game. He's a junior standing 6 foot, so Hawley sitting back in their 2-3. That's what we're starting early. You got a nice screen play out of it. Brody Faulkner on a nice screen, back screen, and Grant Quiggle found him for an alley-oop layup to tie the game at 9. Outstanding play that Coach Askegaard has taken from years past. Plays that we've had in our playbook for a while. They've had that still drawn up, so that's nice to see. Nice move by Jackson. Nice pass underneath, but it's tipped away. Nice hustle. Boy, we got guys flying all over the court. They want this game. This is nice to see. Over to Brandon on the right. Quiggle. He kicks it out to Nozzle. Nozzle back to Brandon. Up top to Faulkner. Faulkner over to Ellert. Logan Ellert's over to Quiggle. Quiggle takes the baseline. He's got a layup opportunity, and it's good. Grant Quiggle with the layup gives Barnesville an 11-9 lead with 12 minutes to go in the first half of play. High screen and roll over to Eric Lee. Lee down to Skank. Adam Brandon's guarding him. Nice spin move by Skank again. He's got that move down. Could have used a reverse layup. He decided to go up strong hand. He didn't have the angle. Missed the shot. Rebound Barnesville. He's got a nice spin move on that baseline. They're going to have to figure out. Turnover. Bad play by the Trojans. They weren't on the same page. Eric Lee with a nice dump to Midtune. Midtune off the mark. Skank with that rebound again. And we're going to have a foul call on Barnesville. Their second. Logan Ellert. Second foul on the Trojans. Jackson Skank is shaking it off a little bit as he hit the ground. Looks like he's fine, stepping in the line to shoot two. First one is good. And the Trojans sub in Martin Dukek for Caden Nozzle. Add a little bit more size. He thinks Coach Asgard's looking maybe at getting more rebounding. They're getting a lot of offensive boards. Hawley's crashing the glass. And the second one's off the mark. Rebound is Adam Brandon. 11-10, I should say. I had a point ahead here. 11-10. Hawley sits back in their 2-3. Early, anyway. Kick out to Quiggle. Quiggle drives baseline. Leaves it short. Off the mark. Hawley rebound to Midtune. Hudson Midtune. I got to make sure I get the first name right. Hudson Midtune's bringing it up the court. Inside at the high post, I should say, to Jackson Skank. Nice spin move. They aren't controlling that spin move. That gives Hawley the lead. Jackson Skank's 6th point. 7th point, actually. I have one off here. 12-11. Hawley leads. Ball's on the right side. Down to the short corner. Martin Dukek. Faulkner back to Dukek. Dukek from 5 feet off the mark. Rebound goes to Groton. Midtune back to Skank. I think they want to take advantage of this. And up, he tried to dribble in. Off his leg, out of bounds. Barnesville's basketball. Cody Mashu checks back in for Barnesville for Adam Brandon. Eddie Olson's checking in for Hawley. Right now they have Brody Hadley, Eddie Olson, Gavin Groton, Owen Becker, and Hudson Midtune. Barnesville's Logan Ellert, Brody Faulkner, Grant Quiggle, Cody Mashu, and Martin Dukek. All right. Hawley sitting in there 2-3, showing a little bit of a man look out of it. Quiggle runs to the baseline, but he's out of bounds. Stepped on the line. Hawley basketball. 10:15 remain in the first half. Hawley leads 12-11. Midtune brings the ball up the court slowly, right in front of Barnesville's bench. Travels over the middle, over to the right side. Nice screen and roll action. Shots off the mark. Dukek had the rebound over the back, or I should say displacement. Hudson Midtune got a little push in as he went up and over him. He got the foul call, his first, team's first. 2-1 in fouls. Barnesville has 2. Hawley has 1. 10:01 remaining in the first half. Logan Ellert down, kicks it out to Quiggle. Quiggle up for a 3 off the mark. Rebound. Brody Hadley secures that. Kicks it out to Midtune. Midtune brings it up the court. He's surveying it, gets it up to Eddie Olson, that's his name. Driving on Dukek. Nice move. Left it short. Off the mark. Logan Ellert saves it, gets it to Dukek. Dukek gets it to Quiggle. Quiggle races up the court, looking for his guys. He's getting double teamed right now. Kicks it to Mashu in the short corner. Goes to Ellert out to Faulkner. Faulkner for 3. It's in. Great move. And Coach Asgard takes a timeout. 30-second timeout, Barnesville. Great ball movement on that. Great save, got it going. Quiggle read that he was in trouble. He pulled it out. He got double teamed. He found the guy. They just kept finding the open guy, and the last open guy was Faulkner, who drained the three. We got a 14-12 lead here for Barnesville. 9:17 remaining in the first half. We'll see what both coaches have dialed up. Usually when you call a timeout, you got two reasons. Give them a rest. You want to give them some information. The information they're going to give them usually switches some things up. See if Barnesville comes out with a different defense or not. And then again, Coach Stoa might be doing the same thing, switching some things up to match that. Owen Becker throws the ball into mid-tune. Over to Becker. Becker's bringing it up. Moshew's guarding him. Barnesville in a man-to-man defense. Ball's at the top of the key. Mid-tune's looking for the back cut. Not there. He gets it out to Eddie Olson. Over to Gavin Groton. Groton in time inside to Becker. Becker and Brandon. No call on that. Nice tip away. He goes right at Barnesville. He gets stuck in the lane and a steal. And Quiggle's racing up the court. They got a 2-on-1, but they're racing down. There we go. We got a foul call. Great move. Attack the basket. Quiggle's going to the line to shoot two. Two shots for Barnesville.
Foul on number 2, Brody Hadley.
Fouls on number 2, Brody Hadley. Brody Hadley's first, team second. Quiggle knocks down the first free throw. And drops in the second, 16-12. As I get caught up on my notes here, 16-12, Barnesville leads, 8:39 on the clock. Come down, quick shot by Hadley. Hadley drains it. 3-point basket for the Hawley. Cuts the lead to 1. They are face guarding Grant Quiggle, it looks like now, so they're going a box and 1. You got a box and 1. Kicked out, Faulkner gets it back as the defender fell over. Off the mark. Rebound, it looks like Faulkner might have landed on his, twisted his ankle on that. He's trying to race it off here, walk it off. Over to Lee. Lee lines up a 3, off the mark. Rebound by Faulkner. He got up on that one, so he got through that little ankle injury quickly. Just had to walk it off a little bit. Adam Brandon drives the lane. Gets about a 14-footer to roll in. Nice shot by Adam Brandon. His 6th point. 18-15. Barnesville lead. Tucker Anderson's in the game. Is over to Brody Hadley again. Over to Eric Lee. Top, go to the left. Eric Lee has it up on the top of the key. Nice inside basket. Tucker Anderson for 2 points. Nice outside in look. Got him a nice shot around 5 feet. Got the ball to roll. Nice touch. Cuts the lead to 1. Ball goes to the corner. Cody Moshew lines up a 3 off the mark. Rebound by Hadley. Hadley over to Mid-Tune. Mid-Tune's bring it up. Got it out to Eddie Olson. Over to Eric Lee. Elliot Lee. I keep saying Eric. That's wrong. I'm thinking of the teacher. Elliot Lee. My bad, whoever. Or I shouldn't say whoever. My bad to his parents. Oh, lines up a long 3, and that looks in. You bet it is. He's feeling it. Brody Hadley with the 3. That's his second. 6th point. He lined that one up from about 23 feet. Nothing but net. 20-18 lead. Adam Brandon gets a 3-point shot in the corner, and he drops in a 3. Matches it. 6:22 left to go. 21-20. Barnesville is in the lead. Back and forth contest, just kind of like we've seen last time they played, and even the first game was much like this. Elliott Lee with the ball. Over to Eddie Olson. Hadley with another three. Off the mark. Barnesville tips it to Ellert. Ellert to Faulkner. Faulkner across the court to Mashu. Back to Faulkner. He drives to the hoop. Shoots a 10-footer and lets it roll in. Brody Faulkner with a nice basket. Giving Barnesville a 3-point lead. That's Faulkner's 7th point of the game. Little high screen and roll action. Down to the right corner. Drive on baseline. Brandon holds him off. Finds Elliott Lee. Elliott Lee over. Nice pass. Tucker Anderson off the mark. And there we go. I say. Got the rebound, went up, shot an air ball, and I saw some contact and got a nice whistle on it, and they're going to the free throw line. Just in case the refs weren't going to call it, Tucker was kind of letting them know that I got fouled here, guys. But it was a good call. He got hacked on the arm. He goes to the line to shoot two. His first one is just short. Tucker is a junior, I believe. Yep, 6-foot junior. Nice player. I've watched him for a few years play. He's got a nice game to him, nice skill set. New players just checking in here. We got Jackson Skank is back in, as well as Coleman Hoff. Second throw is just off the mark. And Ellert with the rebound. I got to get my E's right here. All right, Faulkner brings the ball up, gets it inside the high post to Mashu. Mashu to Brandon in the corner. Is he feeling it? Not this time, just off the mark. Skank with the rebound. I was going to say, we got a travel call first. Skank with the travel. He started taking off and realized Ellert was right there and took an extra step. Mr. Hurst saw that call. Good call. Out of bounds. Barnesville, 20 seconds on the shot clock. 5:10 in the first half. 23-20, Barnesville leads. Up to the high post to Logan Ellert. Ellert gets it to Quiggle. To Mashu, back to Quiggle, back to Mashu. Ellert has it up high post. He drives through, nothing there. Kicks it back out to Faulkner. Clock's down to 8 seconds on the shot clock. Brandon with a nice spin move. Oh, beautiful move. Another 2 points from Adam Brandon. 25-20 lead. Outstanding spin move. Another look down low. Quiggle got a nice block shot. Barnesville's getting in some trouble down there. Hawley's getting the ball down deep. They're using some of their athleticism as Barnesville is to get some block shots in there, but they better watch out. Shot fakes and fouls are what usually end up happening in that, so they're going to have to clean that up. Brandon chases down Hoff. Go over to Elliott Lee. Jackson Skank's got the ball at the elbow on the left side. Doing a spin move again. Seems to be what he likes. Yep, he did. Kick out to Hoff. Hoff with the open three, and it's nothing but net. Coleman Hoff with a nice three-pointer after a nice look by Skank. Face guarding Grant Quiggle. So boxing one. We have a foul call. Elliott split the defense, went up. I'm sorry. Faulkner did, my bad. Faulkner split the defense, went up. He will go to the line to shoot two. With 4:14 remaining in the first half. First shot is up and in. His 8th point. Martin Dukek checks back in for Cody Masju as Mr. Coach Askegard is going 7 deep, which is what he's had to do pretty much. All right, so we've got a basket. Is the basket good? Haven't found out yet. There was a foul on the play. I say they got to determine here, is the free throw good or is the free throw not good?
Fouls on the Trojans, number 1, Logan Ellert, his second personal foul, team's 4th.
Logan Ellert got the foul, his second, team's 4th. They have counted the free throw. It should count. I'm not sure. The whistle blew before it went in, but they didn't put the point up on the board for the longest time, but there we go. 27-23, 4:10 remaining in the first half. Hawley's got the ball in their front court. Hoff has it, can shoot another three. Is he feeling it? He is feeling it. That's his 3rd. Cuts the lead to 1. Faulkner up high, gets it over to Ellert, sitting there with 2 fouls. Over to Adam Brandon. Brandon to Faulkner. A little bit too much of a hold. They're trying to prevent Quiggle from getting the ball. They are hounding him. Elliott Lee's first, team's 4th. He is hounding him, that's for sure, but he had just a little too much grab on it, according to the referee. And ball goes underneath, 20 seconds onto the shot clock to Dukek. Dukek got the shot blocked by Skank. Rebound to Hadley. Hadley over to Skank, and my bad, that might have been Becker that blocked that shot. I'm going to have a travel call. Nice spin move. That's one thing Jackson Skank likes to do, or 2 things he likes. Just my observation. Crashes the boards, and he likes to go right and spin left. That time he took an extra step on it. Got a traveling call. Barnesville come backing up the court. Kick out to Brandon, back up top to Faulkner at the top of the key. Adam Branham sizes it up. Faulkner lines up a long 3-point shot. It's good. Brody Faulkner's 2nd 3 of the game. 30-26 Barnesville. Hawley goes inside to Becker. Back cut to Skank. Skank gets an easy layup. As Barnesville's defense took their eye off of the play. As soon as it went inside, I believe it was the Becker, started watching the ball. He just back cut at an easy layup. Bad pass by Brandon, steal by Becker. Becker brings it across the court. He goes to Skank. Over to Elliott Lee, back to Coleman Hoff. Coleman Hoff gets a screen from Skank. They're looking to get it to him at the high post. Ellert switches around. Hoff lines it up, and he is off the mark, but Becker's right in there for the rebound. No rebound in there. Ties the game at 30 with 2:10. Inside to Ellert. Ellert gets it tipped away and stolen. Goes to Lee, but Coleman Hoff is the one who tipped it away. Goes to Becker. Becker out to Hadley. Hadley shifts his feet, shoots the 3, misses it, but once again, there's that man Skank. Skank down to Beckers. Everybody's watching. 32-30. Becker with his 4th point. As Barnesville was watching what Skank was going to do, and he found the guy down low for a nice easy layup. Hawley Nuggets have taken a 2-point lead. Ball is tipped and turned over by the Trojans. Nuggets basketball. Cody Moshew checks into the game for Barnesville for Ellert. 32-30. Hawley leads with 1:26 to play in the first half in a back-and-forth contest. Balls goes into Coleman Hoff. Adam Brandon's chasing him down. They double team on the half court. He gets out of it, gets it over to Elliott Lee. Lee down to, gets it stolen away by Faulkner. Faulkner nods, he gets it stolen right away. Back again, stolen away, and again stolen away again. It's like 4 steals in a row. Pretty amazing on that. That was great hustle by both teams. Hawley has the ball, 16 on their shot clock. Should have never reset. Ooh, I think he bounced on the line. He did. From my angle, he did too. Out of bounds, turnover, Hawley. 55.8 seconds to play in the first half as Hudson Midtoon checks back in for Hadley. Clock starts as Faulkner brings the ball up the court. Caden Nozzle checks into the game as well. Faulkner and Nozzle playing a little game of catch. And we got a 3-second call on Barnesville. Adam Brandon was standing in the lane a little too long. 3-second call, turnover. 41 seconds remain in the half. Hawley leads 32-30 as they bring the ball up the court. Token full court pressure. Jackson Skank bringing it up. Grant Quiggle's guarding him. Brody Faulkner switches off. Goes over to the left corner over to Owen Becker. Becker up to Hoff. Brandon got him. Off a little push off, no call. Over to Quiggle. Skank takes him. I could have swore I heard a whistle too, and he dropped the whistle as well. Even the kids pointed at him. 34-30, 8, 10 seconds, 7 seconds. .4 seconds, Barnesville retains possession. I'm not sure who scored that last one because I heard a whistle, and it was a soft whistle, and everyone stopped, and the player put it in. So I don't know, somebody must have a whistle in the crowd or what, I'm not sure. Oh, wide open, Stolen, he would have had it. Long three-point shot just off the mark. And that's your halftime buzzer with Hawley taking a 34-30 lead into intermission. I'll try to figure out who scored that last basket. I believe it was Skank, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to put it down for him because I have him for 9 and the board has him for 11. So I'm going to give it to him. So we'll give it to Skank, and if it's not it, oh, he's got 2 extra points for me for a while. So 34-30, Barnesville is trailing at the half to the Hawley Nuggets. We'll come back with some scoring here in a bit. All right. Half of halftime is over here. Score is Hawley 34, Barnesville 30. As teams are starting to come out for the second half. Scoring for the halftime. Brody Hadley has 6 on 2 3-pointers. Coleman Hoff has 11. He has hit 3 3-point shots. Jackson Skank has 11. Tucker Anderson 2. And Owen Becker has chipped in 4 for Hawley's 34 points. Barnesville, Brody Faulkner leads with 12 behind 2 3-point shots. Adam Brandon has 11. He's right behind him. Grant Quiggle is at 4. And Cody Machu has 3 for their 30. Scores around Section 8. Thief River Falls defeated Roseau 69-57. Perham beat Crookston 96-68. Osakis 45, Monaga 20. Park Rapids beat Warroad 81-63. Dilworth Glendon Felton leads Wadena at the end of the first half 51-15. And that is it for the action on this Thursday, March 5th. On the girls' side, tomorrow night at Morehead High School, Dilworth Glendon Felton stands at 24-4. Will play for the Section 8 AA championship against Perham 23-4. Those two teams have played twice this year. First game, DGF won 75-63 up in Perham. Second game, DGF won 65-58, so DGF has won both matchups this year against Perham. DGF beat Monaga the other night, 56-44. Monaga was undefeated at the time, ending their season. And Perham took down Frazee by the score of 76-73 in a closely contested contest, ending Frazee's season at 23-5. An outstanding season by the Frazee Lady Hornets. Congratulations to all their players and coaches, as well as Monaga, on a fantastic season. Hard to see the seasons end, but that happens. Hawley lost the game before. Hawley Lady Nuggets lost to Dilworth Glendon Felton, and the Barnesville Lady Trojans lost to Wadena to end their seasons as well. We had 2 minutes to go before our second half gets underway, with Hawley leading 34-30. Take a little break. All right, welcome back to the Barnesville Sports Arena. In the first round of the Section 8AA playoffs, where the number 7 seed host team Barnesville trails 34-30 at halftime to number 10 seed Hawley in a classic Heart of Lakes Conference rivalry. Hawley will get the ball to start the second half. Coming out on the court, Coleman Hoff and Elliott Lee, Tucker Anderson, Jackson Skank, and Brody Hadley for Hawley. Adam Brandon, Cody Moshew. And right away we start off with an illegal screen by Hawley as Tucker Anderson, first personal, got a little aggressive on the back screen. Hawley gets the ball. Barnesville gets the ball, I should say. Logan Ellert into Brody Faulkner, Adam Brandon, Cody Moshew, and Grant Quigglerin. Sitting in a normal 2-3 again. They are chasing Grant Quiggle just a little bit of face guard, so it looks 2-3, and then it goes into a box and one real quickly. Man, box and one. There's a pass to himself. We got a travel call, another turnover, so back-to-back turnovers by both teams. Hawley's basketball. There's good defense by Adam Brandon. Faulkner goes inside to Skank. Skank works on Ellert. Quiggle jumps into double team. Left-handed Elliott down to Tucker Anderson. Anderson leaves it short as both defenders were straight up. Grant Quiggle with the rebound. He's going up the court. Lines up to Adam Brandon. Brandon drops into the three. 34-33. Hawley leads. Hoff over to Hadley. Hadley back to Anderson. Anderson over to Lee. Drives top the key, finds Anderson inside again. Anderson kicks it out. Nice ball movement. Hadley wide open three. He's off the mark. Faulkner with the rebound on the left side and brings it up. 34-33. Hawley leads here. Start early in the second half. Lee gets a hand in, tips the ball away. Goes back inside to Ellert at the high post, who kicks it out to Brandon. Brandon's feeling it, shoots a 12-footer, a little bit off the mark. Moshew can't get the rebound. Skank does get the rebound. He's racing up the court. Kicks it back out to Hoff, who kicks it over to Lee. Lee drives, finds the back cut. Ball's on the floor, gets it back. Skank out to Anderson. Anderson drives. Straight out, we're going to have a foul call. Looks like that'll be on Ellert. And that's going to be his third. That's a big call. As he came over a little bit late. Tucker Anderson is attacking the basket. And Anderson goes to the line to shoot two. First one is up and in. Second one's on the way, and he delivers that as well. 36-33 lead for Hawley. Faulkner drives through, pulls it out. It's back to Moshew. Moshew back to Faulkner. Faulkner looks. Nothing there. Adam Brand at the top. Gets it back. Dribbles to the high post. Faulkner lines up a long three, and it's in. A Trojan triple for Brody Faulkner. Tied the game at 36 here with 15:42 in the second half. Get my notes written down and correct here. Elliott Lee has the ball at the top of the key. Over to Coleman Hoff. Back to Jackson Skank on the right side. Good ball movement. Hadley lines up a long three, and it's in two. Oh, I was going to say, he just did that. The referee had some words to say for him as after the shot he had a little bit of a stare down action. Ellert gets on the scoreboard with a 10-footer. 39-38 Hawley. Oh, and that's going to be his fourth foul call. They just called a blocking foul on Logan Ellert. Team second. Checking in is Caden Nozzle. Skank runs down to the trainer. He's got something going on with his finger, it looks like. So Hudson Midtoon checks into the game. Ball's entered in. Hoff gets it over to Groton. Groton spin move into the lane. Off the mark. Rebound. Brody Faulkner. 39-38. Hawley leads 14:45 in the second half. Remaining to play. Nozzle gets on the right. They're sitting in a 2-3 zone. They're keeping an eye on wherever Quiggle's at. Nozzle gets it stolen by Midtoon. Mashu wants to come up. Nothing there. Brings it up the court. Kicks it over to Hoff. Hoff to Hadley. Hadley might have got away with the walk. Another layup for Hawley. As Groton got the ball to go through the hoop. 41-38. Hawley leads. Nozzle over to Quiggle. Quiggle finds Masju. Back to Quiggle. Quiggle, he's going to get a traveling call. Another turnover for Barnesville as Martin Dukek checks into the game for Caden Nozzle at the 14:05 mark. Coach Askegaard screams out, getting the gap, so he wants gap help on that defense. We're not getting avenues to the layup lanes. Barnesville stays in their man-to-man defense. Quiggle's on Midtoon. Screen by Anderson. Switch by Mashu. Groton kicks it over to Hadley quickly. Hadley to Hoff. Coleman Hoff with the ball. Back over to Groton. Groton goes in. Dukek's guarding him. He's in the lane. Out to Hadley. Hadley shoots up a long three. And that's another three. He's got 4 of them. 44-38. Hawley leads. 6-point lead. And another tip and steal turnover. Barnesville struggling with this 2-3 and semi. Oh, lines up to Hadley for another three, and it's in. And we're going to have a full timeout from the Barnesville Trojans. As Hadley's on fire right now. He's got 15 points on 5 3-pointers. 47-38 with 13:13 to go in the second half. We'll take a little break. Welcome back to the Barnesville Sports Arena, where the Hawley Nuggets have taken a 9-point lead, 47-38 with 13:13 remaining in the second half. Brody Hadley has hit 3 3-pointers, including back-to-back 3-pointers here. He's got 5 for the game, 15 total points. He's got 3 in the second half, and that's helped him build this 9-point lead. Coach Askegaard needed to take a timeout, get his team settled down. In the game is Adam Brandon, Grant Quiggle, Martin Dukek, Cody Mashu, and Brody Faulkner. Right now, they got to figure out a way to get Quiggle involved in the offense. Hawley's taking him out, and it's affecting the team play right now. Right now, we're going with another lob play and another screen, another legal screen play. There's some extracurricular stuff there. They've got a little bit of a accidental step or something going on, but we got a legal screen on Cody Mashu. That's his second. Now they're talking about it. What I saw was secondary, so I'm not sure what the first part was, but our referees are talking it over. And the referee's talking over with Owen Becker. I'm not sure what he's talking over. Now he's got to talk it over with Coach Stoa. Either way, Hawley 47, Barnesville 38, 13:05. Hawley's got the basketball inbounding full court with a 9-point lead. Faulkner's guarding Becker. Over to Hadley. Quiggles on Hadley. Barnesville's got to step up their defense and not let Hadley get so many good looks. But the problem is Hawley's got a lot of good shooters, so if you leave someone else open, that might be saying there's hard. Oh, he's got a offensive foul called on Midtune. His second. Team's second. As they got into what we call a little bully ball action down there, just a little who's going to be tougher, you or me, and just kept hitting each other. Referee decided we're going to give it on the offense on that one as he drilled him in the middle of the chest and on to the other end. Hawley sits in their 2-3 with a face guard action on Quiggle as they switch off. They've designed up a great defensive scheme. Adam Brandon's got it, down to Quiggle. Quiggle goes up and he gets fouled by Groton as both guys got up in there. Groton can jump, he got up there high. He keeps his arm straight up. There's no foul call, but he swatted down on it, got him on the arm. Going to the line. Groton's first, team's third. As Quiggle steps to the line. Knocks down the first to get him on the scoreboard. And one thing you got to know about with Grant Quiggle is he can get hot real quickly, and he might just need to see a ball go through the hoop. Hopefully these free throws help him out. Jumpstart Barnesville's offense. And he's got two to get a 47-40 lead for Hawley. 7-point lead for Hawley, I should say. Barnesville brings a 1-2-2 full court token pressure. Hawley breaks it. Becker has the ball up the top. He picks up his dribble. It goes over to Eddie Olson. Olson over to Midtune. Midtune back to Olson. Olson sizes him up. He's going to drive the lane. He kicks it out to Hadley. Wide open again. He just dropped his sixth three in the game. 10-point Nuggets lead with 11:44 remaining. 3 straight threes for Hadley. Kicks it out to Quiggle. Quiggle turns down the shot. Kicks it back out to Faulkner. Barnesville's trailing by 10. His defense is giving Barnesville some fits. Faulkner gets the ball back. Drops a three. Misses it off the mark. Rebound to Moshu. Back out to Brandon. Reach in foul on Eddie Olson. His first personal. Team's fourth. 50-40. Hawley leads by 10. 11:22 left to play. Coach Askegard might want to design a little defense to box and one Hadley, because right now, and he stepped out of bounds. Yes, he did. Turnover Barnesville again. Hawley basketball. Owen Becker's going to throw the ball in from out of bounds as Barnesville goes into their 1-2-2 token press. Hadley's got the ball, takes it across the midline. A little bit of a miss action there. Ball's tipped and stolen away. Barnesville's got to get going. Faulkner's bringing it up the court. Gets a little screen action. Brandon over to Quiggle. Quiggle's got to look to shoot. Doesn't want that one. Gets out to Brandon. Doesn't want to force it, but yet he's got to get some shots up. 15 left on the shot clock here. Over to Faulkner in the corner. Faulkner lines up a three off the mark. And players crashed the ground. Moster tried to pass it, went off a Hawley player right to a Nugget. They're bringing the ball up the court. Becker has the ball on the left wing. He decides to drive mid lane. Bounce down to Midtune in an easy layup. 52-40. Nuggets lead. Mashu over to Faulkner. Mashu turns the ball away again, and we got a foul on Cody Mashu as Hawley is totally taking control of this game. And they've done it on both ends of the court, the 2-3 zone, causing some fits. And offensively, as Mashu has his third foul, I believe. Team's fourth. As Hawley's lining up the three-point shots and finding layups. They're a more aggressive team right now. They're attacking on both ends of the court, and they've got a 12-point lead with 10 minutes left to go in the game. Adam Brandon just called for the foul. His first, team's fifth. Hawley has 26 on the shot clock. 12-point lead for the 10th seeded Nuggets. In this always heated Heart of Lakes rivalry. A little turnover with an over and back. The ball went off of Groton. Ball went off of him. Barnesville now will take possession in their front court. Looking to get some offense going right now. They've scored 10 points this half, and they're in the... Brandon steps in. Gets the ball knocked away. Quiggle steps back, shoots a three. It's off the mark. Hawley gets the rebound. If the ball's tipped around, Skank has it. He's racing up the court again. He goes right after Ellert. Ball's tipped out. Goes to Eddie Olson. Olson to Midtoon. Midtoon lines it up. Ball's tipped back again. And Maschu just got his fourth, I believe, foul as Olson's going to the line. Barnesville's in foul trouble. Sixth foul. Eddie Olson steps to the line, shooting 2 shots with the Nuggets leading by 12. First shot's off the mark. Caden Nozzle checks in for Mashu, who has his 4th foul. Ellert's in the game with his 4th foul. Faulkner, Nozzle, Brandon, Ellert, and Quiggle. Hawley goes Anderson, Skank, Olson, Midtoon, and Lee checks back in. Second shot is up and in. 53-40 lead for the Hawley Nuggets. 9:16 remaining to play in the game. Hawley sets up into a 1-2-2 look. Coach Stoa mixing it up a little bit, causing some fits, making Barnesville think, what do we got to do here? And right now they're struggling with it. The high post was open. We missed it on that. Quiggle's got the ball up top. He kicks it down to Nozzle. Nozzle looks to pass inside. They can't get the ball was just kicked. There we go. And so we'll have a reset of the shot clock. Brody Faulkner into the game, or as the ball goes over to Nozzle, who just checked into the game a little bit ago. Brandon checked in. I'm sorry, Brandon stepped through, I should say, and he got a foul call on number Coleman Hoff, who's got his 2nd. Team's 5th. Adam Brandon steps to the line. Knocks the first one down. Brandon has 15 points, looking to get his 16th. And he's off the mark. 53-41. Nuggets lead by 12. 8:37 remaining in the game. Elliott Lee gets the ball over on the right side. Quiggle's all guarding him. Ellert, who's got 4 fouls, is guarding Skank. Brandon's on the ball. Faulkner's guarding Midtoon. They want to get the ball to Ellert. They're going to go after him, try to get his 5th. Easy dump down low and another easy layup. 55-41, Hawley leads. Faulkner fakes to the left, takes a jump shot, knocks it down. Brody Faulkner with a 15-foot jump shot. Cuts the lead to 12. Hawley takes up the court. Gets another layup opportunity. Ball was blocked, tipped out to Hawley. Hawley's getting all the 50-50 balls tonight. They are aggressive on both ends. There's a good steal by Faulkner. They gotta get the ball going. They gotta get going. They're slowing it up the court. Don't wait for them to set up. Kick out to Nozzle. Nozzle back to Brandon. Brandon back to Ellert. Ellert shoots up a three, and it's good. Logan Ellert drops in a Trojan triple. 55-46, 7:15 remaining in the game here. Faulkner's on. There's a Tucker Anderson. Oh, Tucker Anderson just knocked over and gets a foul call. That would be his second. He was trying to post up Caden Nozzle and got a little physical. Little momentum switch here. See if Barnesville can take advantage of it. 55-46, 7:10 remaining. Nuggets are sitting back in their 2-3 zone or box and one. It depends on how you look at it. They're covering up Quiggle very nicely. Nozzle with the threes off the mark. Rebound Skank. Ball's tipped. Skank retains it. Skank with the layup. Jackson Skank with another layup. 57-46. Ball goes down to Ellert in the short corner. Drop into Faulkner. Faulkner with the layup. Timeout, Coach Askegaard and the Trojans. 30-second timeout. 57-48. Hawley lead. 6:37 remaining in the game. All right, welcome back to the BSA in Barnesville as the Hawley Nuggets lead 57-48 with 6:37 remaining. And during that timeout, Cameron Halverson was just recognized by the crowd for winning the state wrestling championship, I believe in the 172-pound weight bracket. Took home a state championship, so congratulations to Cameron Halverson. Nuggets bring the ball back up the court. The Skank goes right in for an easy layup. The defense was just off, 59-48. Jackson Skank is having himself a game. Another tip. This defense is causing fits for Barnesville. Back out to Brandon. Brandon lines up a three. Off the mark. Midtune with the rebound. Becker's on. A nice back cut to Skank. Nice spin move and another layup by Skank. 61-48. Hawley leads. I'm trying to get his points in. I'm not sure I have it written down right. It says 17 on the board. I'll go with that. Nozzle on the left. Quiggle gets the shot up to the left. It's in. Quiggle with the three. 61-51. 5.5 remaining in the game. 10-point lead for the Nuggets. They get the ball across the court. Hoff brings it up. Gets it over to Becker. Skank with a solid screen. They're trying to get inside to Becker. Who's going to go on Nozzle. Nozzle walls him up. Foul called on Caden Nozzle. Becker goes to the free throw line.
Foul on the Trojans, number 23, Caden Nozzle. His first personal foul, 7. At the line for the Nuggets, number 1, Owen Becker.
Owen Becker steps to the line to shoot 2 throws. First one is good. Mostu checks back into the game for Nozzle. He's got 4 fouls. So does Ellert. 62-51. Hawley leads. Owen Becker steps to the line for his second. Second one's off the mark. Quiggle with the rebound. Quiggle with the ball over to Faulkner. Faulkner gets a screen over to Quiggle. Quiggle lines up another 3. Off the mark. Rebound for Becker. Becker gets it to Midtune. Midtune drives all the way down, kicks out to Hadley. Hadley has a turnover as he got caught in the corner. It wasn't his fault, though. Ellert all the way in for the layup. 62-53 as Hawley races back up the court. Hadley's back in the game. Midtune, Hoff, Skank, and Becker. Hadley's the one that started the second half with 3 straight threes to get in the league, and Skank kind of taking over down low, and the rest of the Nuggets are doing the same. Becker with a basket, 64-53. The defensive scheme put together by Coach Stowe has been a good one. And we have a turnover for Barnesville. Barnesville can't figure out this zone defense and how to attack it very well. And on the flip side, Hawley has figured out how to attack their man-to-man defense, getting open threes or open layups, as they have an 11-point lead with 3:48 remaining in the game. Here in this Section 8 AA, first round of the playoffs, quarterfinal round of the playoffs. Barnesville has the ball, bring it in. Mostu gets it over to Faulkner. Barnesville has 0 rhythm on offense as Hawley's defense is taking them out of it. Over to Quiggle in the corner. Quiggle drives in. He's got a layup and in the hoop. 64-55 as Quiggle puts in his 11th point of the game. Skank, who's on Ellert. Ellert has 4, so he's got to be careful. Quiggle with the block. Skank wanted the foul. He didn't get it. Quiggle's tacking up the court. A little bounce off and an and one call. Grant Quiggle with an and one as he raced up the court. Logan Hoff. Sorry, my bad. Coleman Hoff with his 3rd. Quiggle steps the line, chance to cut into the lead here. The basket's good. 64-58. Barnesville has cut the lead to 6 with 3:07 remaining in the game. Lee comes up, catches the pass near midcourt. Barnesville stays in their man-to-man. Skank's got it up top elbow, left side, spin move, goes into him. Gets off, ball's tipped, Barnesville gets the basketball, back to Faulkner. They don't really want to run. I'm not sure why they don't. I know they're down to 5 or 6 guys, but they're just letting Hawley set up in their defense, and that isn't beneficial for them. There's a foul call. Got it on the arm, on the pass, ball go underneath. Unless we're shooting, we should have a 1-and-1. Logan Ellert will be stepping the line. Logan Ellert steps the line for a bonus free throw as we have a timeout on the floor. Okay, Hawley takes a full timeout. We'll step away for a minute. welcome back to the Barnesville Sports Arena as the Hawley Nuggets lead 64-58 with 2:39 remaining in the game. Logan Ellert steps to the line to shoot a bonus free throw after Hawley just took a timeout, settle things down. And first one goes in. Leads to the bonus. Ellert steps up to shoot the second. Second one also goes in. Couple friendly rolls. Cuts the lead to 4. Full court pressure. 64-60, 2:35 remaining. Skank's bringing the ball up the court. Brandon's all over him. No, I just say sooner or later we're going to hear a whistle. They're belly bumping all the way down. We have bonus free throw, so Jackson Skank steps to the line. Shoot his first of the bonus. Skank's first shot is good. Gets the bonus free. Skank steps the line. Second shot of his bonus. And off the mark. Barnesville rebound 65-60 with 2:24 remaining in the game. Hawley with a 5-point lead in this 7-10 matchup. Faulkner drives down, got corner to Quiggle. Quiggle lines it up and off the mark. And Quiggle gets a foul call. That would have lit this place up if he'd have dropped that down. He had a good look just off the mark. Quiggle's second. Team's ninth. Hoff steps the line to shoot a bonus free throw. First shot is good. It's going to come down to some free throws here for Hawley. They got to knock those free throws down to maintain their lead. Second shot is up and it drops in as well. 67-60. Hawley leads, 2:07 remaining in the game. Barnesville comes up the court, gets it over to Mashu. Mashu inside to Ellert. Ellert back to Mashu. Mashu lines up a 3-ball off the mark. Not good. Rebound by Becker. Hawley has a 7-point lead under 2 minutes to go. Ball comes up the court. Mashu's on Becker. He's got to watch out. He's got 4. Timeout. Coach Stowe, a 7-point lead. 67-60. 1:48 remaining in the game. We'll be right back. Both teams are entering back into the quarter after the timeout by Hawley as they have a 7-point lead, 67-60 with 1:48 remaining in the contest. We'll have a front court throw in. Barnesville is going with man-to-man, which they've done the majority of the game. The ball gets into Skank. Skank had another spin move and another layup. 69-60. He's got a very nice spin move, very good touch with the ball. 9-point lead. Quiggle gets the ball up top, skips it over to Brandon. Hawley's playing some excellent defense. Back to Brandon. Brandon lines up a 3. The 3-point shot is off the mark. We got a foul call on Hawley as he pushed on a rebound. Grant Quiggle will step to the line to shoot free throws. or free throw, bonus free throw. Good thing is the clock stopped on that, chance to cut into the lead. Last thing Hawley wants is the clock to stop. Barnesville wants that, get points in and get some turnovers. They need to get some turnovers, get back into it, hit a shot or two. First free throw by Quiggle is up and in. That'll be his 15th point on the night. Second shot is also in. 69-62, Hawley leads. Ball's entered to midtoon. It's tipped and stolen. And a fifth foul call on Cody Mashu, who just fouled out of the game. I'm not sure, is it Skank that got fouled? No, Midtoon got fouled. Midtoon's going to the line. Cody Mashu has just fouled out. His fifth foul as Caden Nozzle checks back into the game with Hudson Midtoon at the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. Double bonus. First shot is up and in. Got the friendly shooter's touch roll. .123 remaining as he steps to the line to shoot his second. Second one is, hits the back iron and rolls in. 71-62, 9-point lead. Nuggets. Faulkner gets the ball out. Got a long opportunity to shoot, and he's not going to take it. Nobody wants to shoot the ball, and this defense is really confusing him. Faulkner finally steps into it. Off the mark. Ball is tipped. Goes to Hawley. Hawley basketball, 71-62, they lead, 9-point lead, 1:05 remaining in the game. Line up in a stack look. So we'll have a peel and burn and separate, and it gets into Hoff. Hoff guarded by Brandon. Brandon to Skank. Skank's been the MVP of this game. He's played outstanding. Hadley hit those threes, which were big to start the second half, but Skank's been the MVP from the start. There's a tip. Ooh, took him out. No call. We got a loose ball. Ball's a Faulkner. Faulkner to Quiggle. Quiggle takes a little jump hop. No call. Another one out to Faulkner. They got to take a long three. The ball is off the mark. Rebound by Skank. 33 seconds to play. They're bringing the ball up the court. And this one is going to go the Hawley Nuggets way as Elliott Lee gets fouled. Step to the line. 71-62. Hawley leads as Lee steps to the line with a 2-shot bonus with 23.9 seconds remaining.
At the line for the Nuggets, number 5, Elliott Lee.
First shot is off the mark.
Coming in for the Nuggets, number 1, Owen Becker.
Owen Becker checks back into the game. Second shot is also off the mark. A rebound by Quiggle. 23 seconds to play there, all over him. He's trying to find some open looks. Quiggle gets it. Forces up a long three off the mark. Rebound by Becker. 12 seconds to go. Hawley is going to, got a foul call. So we have Coleman Hoff will check to the line, shoot free throws, double bonus. Hawley will close out this game here as they move on to the next round of the playoffs. I'm not sure who they got to play yet. I'll look it up. This will end the careers for some seniors. Logan Ellert, Adam Brandon, Grant Quiggle, who just scored over 1,000 points, Jensen Messer, Brody Faulkner, who had an outstanding senior season, Cody Maschu, Caden Nazo, and Jackson Meyer. Those seniors gave us everything they had this year, put together quite a season. Outstanding young men. Nothing to hang their heads about as the final horse sounds on a 73 62. Hawley victory. We'll be right back with the total stats. All right, welcome back to the Barnesville Sports Arena as the Hawley Nuggets, the 10 seed, come into Barnesville and knock off the 7 seed Barnesville Trojans 73-62. The victory moves Hawley on to Saturday, where they will travel down to Osakis to take on the number 3 seeded Osakis Silver Streaks. Stats-wise, it looks, I'm just looking at the scoreboard. Brody Faulkner finished with 19 points. Grant Quickle, after a slow first half, ended with 16 at 4 of the half. And Adam Brandon had 15. Logan Ellert, 9. Cody Mosju, 3 to finish out the scoring. Jackson Skank led the Nuggets with 20 with 5 3-pointers. Nope, I'm wrong. I think it was 6, if I had that correctly. Maybe it was 5. Hadley's not up on the board. I'll have to double check his with the book here. Hoff had 15 points. Hudson Midtune had 6. And Owen Becker came in. He had a nice game. He had 7 points as well. And then, of course, Brody Hadley. I have him for 5 3-pointers, so 15 for sure, maybe 6. I can't remember if I missed one or not. So Barnesville's season ends with a record now of 12-14. Hawley moves on with a 7-20 record. When I saw Coach Stoa last Saturday and I asked him who they were, if the seedings had come out yet, he said, yeah, we're coming to Barnesville. And my first thought was, oh boy. And he goes, what, we've already beat you twice. Or lost to you twice. And I said, you know how that is. 3rd time's a charm. It's not always that way. It's hard to beat a team 3 times. They're rivals. They played each other tough all through the year. And Hawley came in, and they had a great game plan. The coaches set up a great game plan. The defense, they hounded Barnesville's big 2, but especially Grant Quiggle, especially in the first half, and made that 2-3 zone, box and 1, 1-2-2. Everything they were throwing out there, which was mostly those, was making it difficult for Barnesville to get any continuity on offense, and it sure showed, and they attacked the glass hard in the first half. Jackson Skank had an outstanding game for Hawley. Good-looking player. And then, of course, Brody Hadley had at least 5 threes, and Coleman Hoff also had a nice game of 15. So the book is just sent to me. I'll double-check the scoring. Yep, that's what I thought. Hadley had 6 3-pointers. I just missed one. So he had 6 3-pointers. He had 18. They had Hoff here for 14. I had him for 15, so I'm not quite sure on that. Tucker Anderson had 4. Eddie Olson had 1. Gavin Groton had 2. So once again, the final score here in Barnesville in the Heart of Lakes rival game. The Hawley Nuggets earned the 3rd victory of the season and the most important one, 73-62 over the Barnesville Trojans. Moving on to the Saturday game at Osakis to face the Silver Streaks, who won tonight by the score of 75-42 over Monaga, moving their record to 17-10 on the season. And just looking at who they've played Staples Motley is a game that on the schedule that we have in common. They lost to Staples Motley, who's a very good team, 63-59. So they are 17-10 record, but once again, they're a very good team as well. If Hawley plays like they did tonight, they'll go down and give them a good competition game down there and probably could get a win. I know the teams on this side were thinking that that's the bracket they wanted to stay away from was East Grand Forks and Perham, and they were on the opposite side, so now they get their chance. Hawley's got the first step, knocking off the Trojans. They got to go down to Osakis and do the same there. With that, that'll do it on our basketball season. As the Barnesville Trojans season comes to an end, ending the careers of seniors Logan Ellert, Adam Brandon, Grant Quiggle, Brody Faulkner, and Cody Moshew. Those guys were outstanding this year. Also ending the seasons of Jensen Messer and Caden Nozzle and Jackson Meyer. So a lot of seniors going out with a loss, which is always tough. But they left their mark on the program the last few years, and this year they definitely stepped up and left their mark on the program as well. Grant Quiggle earning his 1,000th point at one point earlier in the season here. Brody Faulkner stepped in after not playing much over the last few years, and he really led them at the point guard position. He was outstanding. Adam Brandon had a very nice year. The injury to Jacob Strand was definitely noticeable tonight because they didn't have the depth to go with it, and then when they got in foul trouble, that hurt a little bit. But once again, Hawley's game plan was outstanding. Their ability to attack and score from the outside or inside. Not many teams could have probably stopped that tonight the way they were going, or could have beat them without having some game plan to stop it. So your final score here from Barnesville: the Hawley Nuggets 73, Barnesville Trojans 62. You have yourselves a great night.